Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. We've got some technical issues, and let me hang on a second. We have to, all right, just bear with me 1 minute, guys, and I will be with you guys. I just have to quickly do this. For some reason, my new stream software, I don't know what I'm doing. So how are you all doing today? I hope you all can hear me. Let me know. Can you all hear me okay? Can you all see me okay? I am working on give me one second. Oh boy. All right. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Jeff. And Troy and Real Robert and Brittany. Thank you all for coming. Nancy, if I didn't say hi, hi. And I really need to learn this new software, maybe. I don't know. I'm sorry for the screw up. But as I'm working on that crazy mistake, how is everybody's week so far starting out? I have had a rough weekend. At least for me, I had, oh, Robert. Hi, Robert. I missed you in the chat. I'm very sorry about that. I don't know what happened to Captain Jack. I was in the house. William! Well, drive safe. I do not know what happened to Captain Jack Scrapper's video. But I definitely will, I will try to message him and see if anything has happened with him. I did not get a notification myself. I've been kind of pretty busy. I have a special guest with me today, and I have a very entertaining live stream. We will maybe do some trivia, but tonight I wanted to bring on a friend. Captain Jack is working today. So thank you, William. He is okay. Good. So anyways, my special guest is a vet, and he is going to be doing a pretty amazing thing. And so I want to bring him on so he can tell us. And this is my friend, relative, I have no idea. And I'll claim even the bird, but this is Rick. So everybody give Rick a warm welcome. And I don't know with this new software if he can see the chat or not, but if not, I will pop it up on the screen so we can all see it. And he has an amazing bird. I've actually met the bird in person, and he wants to prance around the camera.
Yeah. Say hello, Chipper. There you go.
So Rick, I just told them that you're a vet and that you're my relative slash friend. I don't know how all that plays out, but that's how I consider you. And I know you're doing a pretty amazing event, and I want you to introduce that because I could not do it justice.
So I am. Hi, everybody. Um, like Susie said, I am a veteran. I was in the Air Force for 20 years, and I retired in 2017. And at that time, I wanted to do something different with my days. And yes, it is a pigeon. Um, he is a uh, wonderful little guy. He likes to fly around. He self-adopted, um, and he likes to land on my head. And we let him exercise. So, um, but I got involved with a hello, William. Uh, I got involved with a group called Team RWB. It's my shirt on right there, and they are a national organization that connects veterans with the community service and physical activities to kind of keep us, um, active, and so we can stay, relevant and get some team esprit de corps, things that we kind of got used to in the military. And so I've been doing that for about uh, 7 years now with the group. We do things about once, twice a year, kind of big things. Races, and Team RWB is partnered with Spartan. If you guys are familiar with those type of races and stuff, to kind of get us out and about and just do things. But this activity that Susie was talking about is there's a group of us that is going to be dealing with wildlife like that in Tanzania. Thankfully, there's about 24 of us that are going to climb Mount Kilimanjaro for Veterans Day. And so, when I talked to Susie about it, that's why she said that she would let me uh, come out here and talk about the trip and what we're doing, and just kind of a way for us to get together and challenge ourselves both physically and mentally, and climb the tallest peak in Africa. So that's happening in November, and looking forward to it. We're doing all to, I don't know if if you want look at that. Just clean my hair. Thanks. Make sure I look presentable. That's good. Um, the, uh, the trip is going to be about 12 days total. It's going to be 8 on the mountain itself, where we're going to start at sea level or just above sea level, and then make our way over the course of 8 days or so to summit. It's all makes sense. This B&B, yes, it does. He does love it. Some good exercise too. Um, the ouch, that hurt. Plan is to summit and be at the peak and see the sunrise on Veterans Day. So there's 24 of us that are going, and we're all vets of some form or another, of different ages and age groups, and we're just really excited to do it. It's a lot of there's no real special equipment training, but there's a lot of hiking and breaking in equipment and getting gear together, and of course the travel and things like that, and working on cardio and stuff. Like right now, on Facebook and people that follow me and stuff, I'm averaged about 10 to 15 miles a week just for my cardio. And
Wait a minute, I gotta interrupt you because you have some beautiful doggies on top
yep,
of that bird. the pigeon, and they are so beautiful. But you take these dogs out on the runs with you?
I do. Yep. They keep me pretty honest. Um, the joke is that if I attach skates or skateboard to it, that we'd be flying down. Because when they like to go, especially on cool days, they can really sprint. And William, I will, man. I'll send you an email. We'll link up. The fastest they've had me going at a dead sprint for about 100. Um, about 100 feet or so. They kind of got me at a pretty good clip at about a 6 minute, 6 minute a mile pace. So it's, they average about, they'll complete a mile in just under 5 minutes. If I just let it go, and that's with them stopping and everything else. So, the pigeon, yeah, he kind of does his business wherever he wants. But he does have his own dedicated spot. So the family kind of got him a nice cage area to let him kind of hang out and the bottom furniture and stuff. I think he's got a nicer place than I do right now, with all the stuff they got for him. So a little jealous of you there, buddy. So yeah, and the Husky do love the runs. I ran. In fact, I ran a 5K with him this morning. We did it in just under 45 minutes. We have a standard kind of loop that we go around and just go. So nice. 20%. Good on you, sir. Yeah, I did 20 in the Air Force. So I was an E6 flight with the Army, and with the career that I was in, and uh, they didn't want they didn't need me anymore. And they said, well, you can retire, and I said, okay. So that's kind of cool the way we did it, and there it is.
So,
Good.
really quick to interrupt you, Rick,
Yeah.
but up above our heads, we've got the PayPal and the GoFundMe, so that if you guys want to, kind of do this thing, right?
There it is.
So if you guys want to go support him in any way possible, either if you can't afford to give, we understand that. If you just like him on Facebook, share out his message, because this whole hour is dedicated not only to try to raise funds to help him and his 24 other veterans go to Africa, but is also to get awareness out. Because honestly, before I met Rick, I've never heard of this organization, and I think more people need to hear about this organization. So I really do want to get the word out, as I know so does Rick. Because I know my dad would have loved to been in something like this. Now it's not a good option for him, but it is what it is. So please, when we get done with this live stream, if you haven't hit the thumbs up, at least share it out so we can get the word out for at least this organization, as Rick sticks his chest out at us.
There you go. Yeah. So, William, if you can hear me, are you familiar with Team RWB? Have you heard of that? Like,
Have anybody on this
yeah,
chat
anybody.
ever heard this?
Yeah, because they are national. I first got involved with their group all the way out in Alaska, and I've linked up with RWB members. Get off that, thank you. Um, I've linked up with members in Virginia, South Carolina, Michigan. We did some stuff in Indiana, obviously, because that's where I'm at now. So awesome. Awesome. You know, so just all over me, and through their organization, they've sponsored and hosted not just this big event to climb Mount Kilimanjaro, but they've done kayaking events in Minnesota. They've done, they did a Grand Canyon, Alaska. You not do that before you're gonna get me in trouble. The They've done a Grand Canyon run where they took a group of RWB members. They kind of did the rim to rim race. Last, I guess it'd be 2 years ago now, when they partnered. It's a traumatic stress disorder. Oh, well, thank you, sir. If Notre Dame is up north in northern Indiana, and they are Team RWB worked with the Spartan group to let us run the Notre Dame stadium, and so we did a Spartan race as part of Team RWB. That's a great question. What kind of pigeon is that?
Hi, Dirk.
Let me just reach out to the person who knows.
Simple Life from Tennessee. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, indeed. Because it's not a tippler, and I don't think it's a homing pigeon either. Do not right now. He's a typing pigeon because he wants to type on the computer.
He wants to play on the keyboard.
Yeah, he's enjoying his freedom. We try to get him out and let him be himself as much as possible. But my daughter, I think that might be a Birmingham roller. Dirk, I'm asking right now because my daughter and wife did they did some research on him and try to find out what type he is. So there he goes. Yeah. Yeah, he's enjoying himself. You like the attention too, don't you? So, and that's Birmingham roller. You are right, Dirk. He is a Birmingham roller pigeon. We don't know if he's a boy or a girl because we're not paying a vet to tell us, and there's been no eggs. So, regardless, he's something. That's for sure. Yeah, they do. They do have a storied history in combat. A lot of pigeons. In fact, several of them won awards for England during World War I. To kind of pass messages through enemy territory and such. So exciting stuff. We don't really let him out a whole lot as far as the room goes. It's kind of a controlled environment. He was self-rescued is the word I use. Sorry for the pause there. But we took him to the vet, and the vet said that he was severely bruised, as if he had smacked himself pretty hard into a building, and he just kind of hung out at the house, and considered us to be a safe spot to hang out in, and didn't leave. And so here he is. But because of that, we don't let him out of the room a whole lot. We let him fly around in here, and then he's got a nighttime cage that he goes to, and yeah, Nancy, you're right. We think that there was a around here locally. There might have been a racing league somewhere around here, and that's maybe what he was part of. Or my wife said that maybe he was part of a training type pigeon for dogs or something. So how do the pigeons use the bathroom in the house? Well, kind of the way they use it out in public, or out in the world. But his cage, we bought him one of those big ferret style cages that have like a dual shelf, and he's got some paper and stuff, much like a smaller animal. And then my daughter gets to clean his cage because that's her job. Because I didn't want to, she did. I wanted to go to Africa. But RWB has really just been a great experience for me to kind of connect with other veterans. Even just through their physical activity events, and then some of their more less active. I say active because they've done camps, and if any of you guys are bike riders, they get together and they do the rival ride, which is across Iowa every year. They do what they call the Old Glory Relay, where someone is carrying the American flag coast to coast, and they'll come through our area and we'll be part of that and run a leg of that. They kind of just bring awareness to the public that veterans are still here, and we're still just after we do the job, we're still trying to be part of the community and do the job. What happened? Oh no. My camera has gone off. What has happened? What did you do?
I tell you what, guys, between me and Rick, we have had some serious computer issues.
Let's see what happened.
So
let me see if I can do, because that's not supposed to be the case. Technical difficulties. Oh, what happened?
So, as Rick figures out why his computer is now giving him more trouble, because earlier it was giving him trouble, he like I said, if you go to the GoFundMe or the PayPal, I know the GoFundMe, there's an article about him and what is going on and why they're raising the funds. And the funds that he's trying to raise is not just for himself. It is also for the RWB. And so, like I said, share this out. For me, I've talked about this several different times on my channel, on my live streams. My dad is a vet. Probably 45 to, well, no, probably about 75% of my friends are either active or currently or active or are vets. So I truly have the most respect, and I think it's a shame for what the government does not do for them. And we won't go down that line. But so I know that it's very important that we support organizations like this that do a lot for promoting vets. So if nothing else, just go share this message out, go share out his Facebook. And you're right, William. Every dollar helps.
And so, can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you and we can see you.
Perfect.
You're back.
Every Team RWB is a lot like Wounded Warrior Project or Healing Tools for Hearts for veterans, and the other great veteran organizations are out there. They are national, and there's you should be able to find a way to connect with either a local or regional chapter to kind of get involved. And it doesn't cost anything to sign up at all. It's just a way to kind of get out there. And they do. Hi, Tippler. Yeah, tell them.
He says, I want the camera all to myself.
Yeah, he's wanting the attention. They do. I will tell you that RWB does tend to lean itself more to a physical activity. That's their kind of their niche.
And I think that's great.
Yeah, But they did, a couple of years ago, I did the Army 10 miler, which is a race in Washington, D.C., with the Team RWB. I just went out for the weekend, got together with a bunch of Eagles, because they're called the Eagles, that's what we're called.
Right.
And we just had a great time, with the community, and the local Eagles there showed us some good spots to eat and such. And it's always a way to be able to find someone to connect with, because even wherever we're at, we can always look someone up and try. Really, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yes, there you go. But there's always something that someone we can do to just get together and just let other veterans know, and that we could. Life doesn't end after we put the uniform down, so that's kind of the biggest takeaway. Especially, it gave me a purpose. Yeah, thanks for that link. Because whatever you do not go to rwb.org. That will take you to the Royal Canadian Ballet. I made that mistake once, and found out a lot about the Canadian Ballet, but it wasn't where I wanted to go. But yeah, so that's my big thing. I think they're getting ready to gear up for. They were doing something for Vietnam veterans this month. RWB was. They call them marching orders. They're monthly things that you can log into and kind of get involved in with some physical activities and such. And then around July 4th, they'll do what they call the 1776, which is a series of I can't get rid of them. The is a 1776 is a physical challenge where we do certain exercises, and then the goal is to complete 1,776 reps combined. So between squats or leg lifts or things like that, and wall sits and all sorts of things. So it's just a really good way to stay active and to keep ourselves busy. In fact, I have a meeting on April 1st to discuss the training plan. Yes, the Old Glory Ultra Relay. I did not sign up for that. Those guys are some beasts. I think they took like 14 guys. Yeah, and they were going to go straight coast to coast, carrying the American flag, and you were going to sign up for at least an ultra marathon, which is anything over 28 miles, 30 miles, I think, to run, to carry the object. The object is handed off, much like the Olympic torch, where there's no, it doesn't stop, and it doesn't, so it's very, very exciting to see that. April 1st, I've got a meeting with the other team that's going on the hike to discuss some training plans as far as weight requirements and breaking in boots and hour requirements. That's kind of why I'm gearing up my cardio right now, to kind of get prepared for it. I got a half marathon in 2 weeks, just to kind of get my body used to moving for a couple hours at a time. It's not my first one, but this one I'm just going to try to maybe add a couple of weights to the legs or so to try to challenge myself. And that way I can really just kind of build up to it. And then after the first weekend in May, the plan is to ruck. If you're not familiar with that term, it's where I slap a backpack on and about 40 pounds worth of weight and a water bottle, and then I just take off. And I just go for mileage or go for time, and around the local trails around here, the local hills, and get my body adapted to moving without a pigeon. preferably. Um, so, but yeah,
Wow.
and that, you know, honestly, it's really it's exciting. I mean, I'm grateful for the opportunity to share with RWB here, and I'm nervous. I had to get, I had to renew my passport and kind of deal with all that, all those, you know, bureaucracy issues, and of course get time off and things like that. And get
And get
permission
the
from the
real
wife to let me
ID.
go. So, say again.
I said you gotta get that real ID now.
Oh yeah, yep. Got the real ID, and and then of course the plan is when we're sleeping out there and uh, underneath the stars and tents, and it's not too what's the roughing it as it were. I mean, there's like I said, between 24 of us, and they're gonna have people that help carry gear and tents and food, and the program is really helping us get to. You know what? I'm glad I don't have geese either. Those cobra chickens. I'll tell you, they kind of rule the roost at where I work. So, um, uh, but yeah, we're excited to do it, and then hopefully get to see some wildlife and take some good photos and share them with y'all when I get back. Again, we're still a little far ways out. Thank you. Is it dirty? I appreciate it. Thanks. Well, apparently, yes. You've taken exception to my glasses now. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Wow. Let's do
Yeah.
a trivia. We've got true or false. African mountains host unique plants and animals found nowhere else. As we're talking about, the pigeon.
The pigeon.
Uh-oh. Phil, what did you say? Actually, Rick's wife is actually on the way driving back to Indiana. Uh-oh. Did we lose you, Rick?
Yeah, I think we did. I don't know what's going on with my computer. I
Oh
don't know if you
no.
can still see me or not.
No, you're frozen in space.
Okay, up. Am I back?
Oh, you're back. There we go.
Okay.
So we've got true, 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 true.
True. Can I
And
say something?
pigeons
Or am I allowed to answer?
grooming Rick.
Yep.
And remind me again, it's Stellar, right? Or what's the pigeon's name?
Tippler.
Tippler. Gosh darn it,
Tippler.
where did I get Stibbler? I don't know. We've got true. Everybody's on their game today because the answer is true. So now, Rick,
There we go.
you'll have to get some pictures of that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The one of the things that we got to talk about is weight requirements, and then of course what their power requirements are. Thank you. As far as what we can take, and the uh, the rules for the wildlife, of course, and things of that nature. Which of course is don't touch them.
Right.
So I'm excited for that. And then, yeah, I haven't decided if I'm going to try to get my wife's nice camera or not to go with me, because our phones can do so much now. But I really would like the idea, uh, the idea of taking an actual camera this time instead of using our phones. So I think the camera would be a lot better. So especially because I'm trying to get a calendar made for people. So
I definitely would recommend, if you're gonna just take your phone, to get a SU or a USB drive so you can be backing that up, because it will eat your memory up really fast.
Yeah. Oh, can you hear him? So we're talking. Sorry, guys. The pigeons over here singing his song. And yes, Jolanda is the wife of Richard. That's my wife. In fact, when you guys look at my GoFundMe, you will see that things are on the rise because, well, my wife likes my photos. You know, my name is Richard. So, how do you tame a pigeon? Well, pigeons are actually a domesticated wild animal, so they're almost like if you see out there with um, like when you see raccoons or people that have wild animals like skunks or raccoons or something like that, pigeons fall along the same vein as that. So it's not so much that he's tame; he just chooses to live with us, and he's pretty affectionate. And, as long as he's fed and happy and got water, and he's got his own TikTok now, and he's gonna get a they're gonna show him he likes to take showers and everything else. So
A pigeon with its own TikTok, huh?
yeah.
Now, was that your daughter's doing, or was that you doing it? Or was that Jolanda? Yes,
So
Jolanda, I did say that.
yeah, it was a little bit of both. Jolanda's and my daughter's choosing. It was kind of a way to get him involved and to kind of give him some activity. So and also just a way an outlet for my daughter to a safe space on the internet, because I'm sure we all know that the dangers that could be with there. So, and then of course Jolanda's going to claim it mine. Well, maybe we'll see. What else you got? What other questions we got there? We got some trivia.
So, Phil, no, there's one pigeon with Richard and Jolanda. They are married. They have a daughter. And so it's just one pigeon that has claimed them.
Thankfully no others. Yep, one is enough. He keeps me pretty busy and honest, and he does like hanging out with the daughter and helps her do her homework. And like I said, he'll take a shower and he will enjoy the bird baths. And I'm told that if we can keep him alive for about a year or two, then the vet said they either last 5 years or 15. So, and we think that he's about 3 now.
And how long have you had Tippy?
So he showed up on our doorstep about 9 months ago now, back in August. Because he is banded, which means that someone hatched him and they put a metal band on there that tells us, hey Linda, that says when he was born, and that's how we can tell. Because like right there, if you can see the little metal on his leg, it's right here, this little blue thing. That's actually wrapped around his leg, and the only way to get that on there is to when they're really young. So he was born in 2023, according to the tag, and so the vet says that if we take good care of him, is the words that I want to use. Then he can last anywhere between a lifespan of 10 to 15 years, just like a dog. So, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, because I know when we came down there, Tippy was down there.
Mm-hmm. I think he's gotten
here. Huh?
I think he had just gotten here. Like, yeah.
Well, I mean, Yeah, I don't know. I know that you guys had that mansion room set up for him.
Yeah, he's
He's
still.
a very spoiled bird,
Yeah, yes, it is.
but
Yes,
so are the dogs. So,
the dogs are and the cats. We must acknowledge the cats before my daughter gets upset. But yeah, the huskies are, if they do not get their run in, then they get to cry and talk about the song of their people. And they get about 3 to 5 miles a day. No, William, he does not go outside. He's kind of an indoor bird now. And then honestly, he hasn't really shown a desire to go outside. Like I was afraid that perhaps he would try to fly through the window to try to go, because we do have the window open to let some natural light in. He has no desire whatsoever. He's quite content to just be flying around here. We do have several shelf perches that we've had installed in the room already, and we just kind of cleared them out so he could have them. So he's claimed them. Now I've been kicked out of my office. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Because now it's the bird room. So an eagle would eat him. Yes, Jelana, an eagle would eat him. Oh, do you have anything to say? Well,
all right. So let's get back on sort of the topic, even though
sure.
Tippy likes to be the topic here. Very beautiful bird, but how about another question about true or false? Mount Kilimanjaro is an active volcano.
That's a good question.
We've got Linda's got false. And I'm sure because you love learning so much, Mr. have, from what I understand, 2 masters.
Yes, I do.
Just can't stop learning, right?
Oh no. You stop learning, you get issues.
Yep. So we've got, I'm sure you've probably already done some of the research on this. We've got false, we've got true, we've got false, we got false, we got false, we got false, and we've got false.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh my goodness. All right. So I think everyone answered. And the answer is it is false. It is a dormant volcano.
Yep. Much like Mount Fuji in Japan, it is also a dormant volcano. And another, and I don't know if this is part of your trivia, so I hope I don't steal your thunder, but it's the Kilimanjaro is the tallest freestanding mountain in the world. So it's by itself, just without there. And so, although Everest and there are other taller ones, so please don't misunderstand me, but it is by itself, and therefore it is the biggest.
Yeah, we've actually had that question previous on another live stream. I tend to do a lot of trivia on lots of different places in the world and human bodies and animals, interesting facts about laws and really stupid laws. And
Ooh. So do you guys talk about the Michigan law where the guy's got to stand out there with the flag so to let him know that the wife's driving the car? Sorry. Oh.
No. Oh, but yeah, so he's gonna peck at the computer again.
Well, I'm wondering if you guys can hear him. He's talking to me. No, he got silent. Because he does this. He has a like a little cooing sound where he's like like that. Yeah. But anyway, sorry, I got distracted. It's kind of funny, you know. It's uh, one of the dangers of climbing a mountain without people is that you can just kind of get lost in what you're doing, and you need people to help you stay on track. So, um,
At least you know you got to go up when you got to go up, and when you got to go down, you're going down.
that's true. And you know, the route is pretty only two directions, up or down. So I'm happy about that. I got lost in my own hometown, so I kind of need simple directions for me. So uh, yeah, and that Team RWB link, that's a great link to kind of get people engaged and active. You can find local chapters, ways to volunteer and help. And I'm uh, uh, is a way to do just kind of get involved, get connected. You know, if you're a veteran or if you're you know, like Susie and just love veterans, and you know, they'll take anybody and everybody, and you know, kind of get the word out, and you know, help, you know, do things, and just you know, get us together. And it's camaraderie is what it is. And so
So,
sorry.
and this one is the link for the GoFundMe, or if you want to do the QR codes for each of however they work.
I like that. Yeah, we decided to use. I know some people are curious about the two different ones. So they do go to the same cause. They're not you know, different you know, pots of money for my veteran vernacular friends. It's just that some people are more comfortable with the PayPal than the GoFundMe. So you know, we decided to do both. Um, but it is going to, you know, the same goal of getting the veterans out to the up the mountain. So what?
Well, and that makes a lot of sense because a lot of people don't do one or the other, or some are scared of one or the other. And honestly, I've never done a GoFundMe or a PayPal, so I have no information on either one. So I mean, I've had a PayPal, but I've never actually technically used it. So but
Right.
I get that some people are more comfortable with one versus the other.
Um, I don't think there's a huge difference with the way we set it up as far as fees or anything like that go. I really have to reach out to Jolanda because she's my resource advisor when it comes to that sort of thing. Um, because you know, if you got someone that you know is talented and can do it, then you know, you want to you know, it's a team effort. So, and I apologize for my computer. I don't know what's going on with it, but it keeps wanting to go into uh, safe mode or something is what's happening. So I don't know. Um,
Yeah, we both have had
yeah,
some.
it's been a. I'm gonna have to go and run another 5K just to get rid of all this frustration.
Yes,
So,
I hear lots of stories about somebody who likes to play cards, but then yet when the cards get going the wrong way, the dogs have to go for a run.
you know, it's you know, it's you know, sometimes you just create your own problems, and you know, you know, I'm not necessarily accusing anybody of you know.
You're gonna make my chat go crazy because they are in the chat.
Yeah, but no, you know, we love playing card games and laughing and good time, but I don't like to lose. It's just that military aspect of it. I go and go. So, thank you, Joe. Appreciate you. Because there it is. That's probably one of the biggest differences there. Um, and so, but yeah, we still like to get together and have fun, and you know, encourage people to to play and, be part, the world has got enough trouble of its own without us to and do it by ourselves. So, yeah.
Rick, what is your master's thesis?
Oh,
In? Are you rocking the?
yeah. Thank you. This is the cleaned up retired beard, Phil. And then I have my master's in history, historical studies, and then I have a master's in museum studies. And so I got those degrees, my first one in 2019. And then when we moved, I went back to school and got my second one in 2022. Um, and so it just means that I like old things and I know how to kind of care for them and display them properly, I guess. So, yeah. Yep, history. It's a great subject, and without it, I think we can all agree that the saying of if you don't learn from history, we're doomed to repeat it. Even if we watch our kids and everyone else make the same mistakes, you're like, we learn, and then yeah, he learned. He hit a wall, and
William, I don't know if you're asking the question or not. I don't know if this is actually a question or you're saying that you can mail in a donation.
I know RWB. I think they will accept donations to their. Thanks. To their unique. Wow, he's really want to make sure I'm clean for this. You should have done this an hour ago, buddy. Hair makeup was an hour ago. So,
Oh,
I mean, I hadn't really thought about mailing donations. I know locally, I've got some friends that are wanting to encourage me to do some like walkathons and things like that. To try to continue to raise funds because fundraising it ends at the beginning of August is when we're supposed to have a lot of the funds allotted and ready. So, but I'll have to get back to you with that one on William about the mailing donation thing. So, yeah. What else we got? What's your next trivia question? Let's do a trivia thing, please, and thank you.
Oh, wait a minute. Jolanda says if you prefer donation method, we can arrange that. So your wife just trumped you.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't have Phil. I don't have a channel. I'm not a good content creator, streamer. I really just I can talk about subjects all day long, but I'm not one to be brave like Susie and kind of put it out there. I'd rather just go to a college campus and kind of give a lecture on something. But so yeah, I don't have a channel. I do have an Instagram that's not quite. I'm just now starting to figure out how to use it. But Facebook is really where I do a lot of my posting. So it's kind of the Phil, you made me feel old, man. Sorry. Yeah, I'm the old guy who does Facebook now.
There's a lot of people in my chat that don't have channels, so yep, they definitely just enjoy watching content, which I am so grateful for because
Absolutely.
I'm kind of brave for being behind the camera, but I am still nowhere near comfortable being behind this camera. And I have technical issues like you've seen all day today.
Oh, yeah.
And still you are having them. So with a true or false, here we go. Do you need technical climbing gear to summit Mount Kilimanjaro?
I know this one.
True or false? And I think most of our guests will know this too. Because you've kind of pretty much alluded to it. We've got false. We've got false.
True.
And my chat is, wow. Okay, false, true, false, true, false. I do not like this new software. Oh, well. In a month, I'll probably be changing it. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. So the answer, because I think everybody has answered now, the answer is false.
False. Yeah, it's that was one of the first questions that we asked because when we were it was kind of when Team RWB approached, those that were interested in doing the hike. That was one of the first questions that was asked was, do you need to learn any technical climbing skills like rappelling or, the helicopter? Yeah.
Sign me up.
Yeah. And so, but no, it's you can if you guys are interested, you can definitely look it up. And there, it's kind of the path up the mountain has been pretty packed down. So it's even though it is very challenging, there are some rocks and hills and things like that. And of course, the altitude with the lack of air, oxygen, it makes it a challenging climb. But the pathway is actually pretty smooth. When I first saw it, it reminded me a lot of Mount Fuji. Mount Fuji also has a pathway up to the top where, as a tourist, you can kind of walk it up. Oxygen ball, yes, sir. That also has been brought up, and so there will be Mr. Graham Marias. I hope I said that right. Yep, they talked about oxygen needs and things like that, because we are going to be above the 10,000 foot mark for about 2 or 3 days. So of course, oxygen deprivation is definitely a thing to be concerned with.
Phil asked, are there set up ropes or?
No, not like Everest at all. No, it is. If you think when you look at the mountain itself and the path, it's kind of compacted dirt, and then the most equipment that we need is going to be like maybe some hiking poles or ski poles, and then it's a gradual ascent. So whereas Everest, you're climbing, at 45 or 60-degree angle, if I get my hand in there like that. This one is going to be more like of a 20-degree gradual looping around the mountain itself, and then to our summit. I think the most elevation that we'll do in a day is probably around 3,000 feet, I think, if I remember from the map. But that's also one of the longest days that we've got too. So the plan is to wake up and then hike for about 10 or 12 hours, taking our time, and then rest up for the next day.
That I'm seriously, I mean, me and you are friends on Facebook, and I am very geeked to see the pictures, and hopefully when you, I mean, I'm assuming that there's probably no Wi-Fi or anything, so you're not going to be able to phone dump or anything like that, but I hope that you will come back on my channel And
Absolutely.
we'll do a slideshow. I'll figure that out.
Sure. Yeah.
And we'll put some pictures up here because I would love to see that on my channel. I mean, I don't know that I'm brave enough to go to Africa to begin with. I would love to, but to climb that, this woman ain't doing it. I would need helicopter up and helicopter down and oxygen. So,
Well, I get it. Absolutely. It's definitely a lifetime, once in a lifetime opportunity. And so I'm grateful that Team RWB is kind of giving us this, the ability to do it. So I'm looking forward to it.
yeah, I think it's amazing. When I found out you were going, I was like on for like anything I can do to help you get there because, like you said, it's a one in a lifetime. And then plus you're bringing 24 other vets with you. That is amazing. And I know here in Battle Creek, and just as I was going to say this, I lost it, but there's a restaurant here in Battle Creek that supports where they fly the vets to Washington.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Talents.
Uh, Joe knows about that being, but because we call it the honor flight here. Almost every state does that for their veterans. Yeah.
Yeah. And so every year they do a silent auction. They do a huge event, and it's all day long. And I've been there 3 different times, and I've donated money. And hi, Divine. Oh my gosh, Mindy. I remembered it. Mindy. I have new people showing up, so I have their channel name or their YouTube name. I try to memorize their real name because they're important to me. So
Absolutely.
I try to remember, but oh, it's kind of hard sometimes. But anyway, so talent. What is it? It's something talent.
Joe, it's like Eagle. You're close. It's got to be like Eagle Talons or Talents for Flight.
Talent of flight. No, I don't know. But anyway, so I go there every and I support them in whatever I can do because I think that's an amazing event. They come on, Tippy, come into the camera.
There you go, buddy.
Now just turn around.
Talons out. Yeah, I think it's Talons out. I think you're right, Joe.
Yes, talents out. Yes, thank you, Jolanda, for saving me. But yeah, so that's a great fundraiser and a great program that I've personally been involved with, donating and been at. And I think that's really cool how they do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, honor flights.
Regional chapters. And I know RWB, Team RWB will also work with veterans organizations to do things with veterans as well.
Yeah.
Because their mission is to, help veterans' lives, one day at a time, and enriching veterans' lives through physical activity and community outreach. So we're all about it.
Yeah, so I really, I know about that one, and I know, I know about some other ones and stuff like that. So, do chickens have big talents? Can anyone name that movie? Nancy, I have no idea. Oh, here we go. William Brody. He does this all the time.
I guess that means that we're all going to turn into pumpkins soon.
Potato, spinach, biscuits, already all the way around.
Yep.
No onions for me.
No liver for me. I'm good. Although it's good Irish dish, though.
All right. My driving video? Oh, I don't know which video you're talking about, hon. But I do, Mindy, I do want to get in touch with you. So I'm going to send you an email, or send me a friend book request, a Facebook request, because I want to get in touch with you. And then I've lost my chat here, so let me see, what else do we got? All right, I think that's it for the chat. If there's a question that I have not, if there's any questions that you have for Rick that I've missed in the chat, please re-ask them. I definitely don't mean to miss it. My chat is going crazy, and this new software is a bit challenging for me because, well, it's tech.
Yeah.
And we have a love-hate relationship. So, anyways, let's do another. Hey, Jeff, are you still in my chat? Are you doing a live stream after me? Jeff and Tammy, if you're still in here, I don't know even what time it is. Oh, it's 8:06. Well, if they are, they're probably not in here. So I do not know. All right. So the next, true or false? The highest peak of Mount Kilimanjaro is called whatever you want to pronounce that peak.
I believe it's pronounced Uhuru.
Okay, there we go, Rick. Oh, okay, you're going live soon. All right. Gotcha. So everybody, make sure that even if you can't, if you cannot donate today, it is open until August, the first week of August. Maybe, you know, $1 now, maybe $1 down the road, maybe $5 as Tippy cleans Rick. Save these QR codes. The links will be in my description, so please come back to that. And something about she also is on the original Star Trek.
That's Uhura, not Uhuru.
Oh,
Uhura. Yeah.
I'm glad you caught that because I don't have a clue. I was like lost. True.
We would like that.
Tippy.
We would like that.
Oh, thank you. I so appreciate that. And then I think somebody else just jumped in to the chat that's new. I'm sorry. Oh, this chat is, I don't know. Thank you, Mindy, for sending me the email. And the answer, I'm trying this new system. Benjamin. All right, Benjamin, welcome. I'm sorry I did not see you say anything, but everybody is saying hi, welcome, Benjamin. So thank you so much for joining my live stream. And the answer is true.
In fact, we are gonna, so on Veterans Day, as I get back in the camera, the plan is to have an early day on Veterans Day and get up to the top of the first ridge line so we can see the sunrise, and then finish the rest of the summit to actually touch that peak on Veterans Day, and kind of just do a, you know, remember oh, hi, Ben. Uncle Ben, you have been silent. Yes, sir. That is my Air Force brother, guys. So,
Well,
yeah,
awesome.
that's awesome. Um, uh, but the goal is to kind of just honor the veterans and kind of keep them, say a moment or two of silence at the very top and then make our way down.
And Tippy's going to make sure you're very clean for that project.
Yes, indeed.
Right, Tippy? Yeah, I'm talking about you, Tippy. I don't know if she actually can hear me call her, but she's looking at us.
Oh yeah, it's kind of it's very interesting that they do. Oh, hi. They do have a highly intelligent and inquisitive mind, and so they will explore and they do interact very well, as you heard Jolanda earlier. That they really does enjoy being around people and his people.
He's
Yeah. In the morning, when the other pets are in this room, he'll flap around and he'll kind of put on a little show to kind of just announce his presence and stuff, and the dogs will just look at him and go, okay, we're done. So,
Hi, Louis. Thanks for showing up. Just to really fastly recap this because we're near to the end, but Rick is brave enough to go up to the very top of Kilimanjaro mountain, and we're trying to raise funds for him and 24 other vets to go. And this is his PayPal and GoFundMe. QR codes, or we have links in the description down below. So if you can donate to anybody that is here, and if you can't donate, that is fine. Just share this. Share it on your Facebook, share it on your YouTube channel. I know most of you don't have channels, but at least hit the thumbs up. We are also trying to bring awareness, because I did not know, and some of the other people on this chat did not know about no.
Team RWB.
Go ahead.
It's Team RWB, Team Red, White, and Blue.
Yes.
Organizations helping veterans. So yes, ma'am.
We are just about done here too, because I know Rick has got other things to do before his wife gets home.
Don't tell her that I've been putting that off. That's no. I got plenty of time.
You don't want to be in the doghouse? No, in the bird's room, right?
Yep, in the bird's room. Oh, I got online. All right, enjoy, Phil. Take care.
Well, oh, got online chess. All right, Phil. Well, make sure you win. Checkmate, right? Get them in checkmate.
Checkmate.
Yeah. Oh, Brittany says they won't be home until Thursday. We have all night.
Well, unfortunately, I do have dogs to feed, and I do have to do an actual job. I also we didn't talk about that either, but I work with veterans during the day, so I'm surrounded by veterans, and it's been exciting. So, but I actually got to do that. So.
Yeah, so he's a very busy man, but you definitely need to come back on after you make it back alive, please.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I don't want Yolanda to kill me for having a fundraiser for you going and not coming back.
Absolutely. That was the requirement. She said I could go. I have to come back alive. And I said, okay, I can do that. So.
All right. So thank you all for showing up, and you all have a good night. Go over to Jeff and Tammy's live stream, and thank you all for, if you donated or didn't donate, you just watched. I greatly appreciate you. Safe travels.
Safe travels. Thanks for having me on. It was fun.
All right, bye.